Hey everybody, welcome on in to Sports Live in the 215. Today we'll discuss the Flyers' 5-4 overtime loss at the hands of the hated and despised Pittsburgh Penguins. Um, the Flyers really dominated play for the first, I'll say period and a half. Just um, watching the highlights back today. I couldn't watch the game live because I was at a Towson basketball game. We're CAA regular season champs, but that's neither here nor there. Congratulations to them. But anyway, yeah, 5-4 overtime. Malkin buries the breakaway winner in overtime. Um, two words, two words really describe this game for me. Just from watching the highlights, growing pains. Growing pains. This team needs to grow up quick, fast, and in a hurry. The Penguins, they might, like I've said before, they might be old and slow, but one thing they have that the Flyers do not is Stanley Cup winning experience, and you can't replace Crosby and Malkin. The rings on those guys' fingers, so the Flyers the Flyers really just need to learn how to win at the NHL level, and it really comes down to um, putting away a veteran club when you have the chance to, and when you're up 3-0 in the second period, you got to put that team away. I mean, Michkov, he played a whale of a hockey game. I want to say 2 goals, 1 assist. He was, just from watching the highlights, he was all over the ice. I mean, yeah, he really dominated play. Kuzmenko again had a great game. Um, Again, the two former teammates were able to kind of link up on Michkov's second goal in the third period that made it 4-2. But they couldn't. The Flyers couldn't just close the deal, and we're unfortunately right back to a game below 500. Um, so yeah, that sucks. I thought I thought Urson, he sucked today. He is the softest goalie I've ever seen play the game of hockey. He is softer than baby shit. I just I actually I'd rather stick a fork in my eye than watch Sam Urson um, stand in front of the net for the stand in front of the net for the Flyers. Stevie Wonder would probably be a better goalie than Sam Urson. He's blind. So it's just like, oh my god, he's just not very good. And tonight, tonight was another case of that. Hopefully, Ivan Fedotov, Ivan Fedotov gets a shot to start against the Jets on Saturday, and we'll see what happens then. But Sam Urson, woof, you were bad. You were so bad. Um, yeah, like it's frustrating. He he gives up these soft short side goals, and it's almost like when he has a bad game, I don't want to say he doesn't care, but it almost feels like that. Like he approaches the game with such like a nonchalantness. Like, as a goalie, I need you to like have that alpha dog. I need you to be like, I'm gonna stop these pucks. This is my net. And nobody's getting a goal on me. I don't care if your name is Sidney Crosby or is Evgeny Malkin or is Chris Letang or whoever it is on Pittsburgh or really anybody. That's what true number one goalies, that's what they have. And the Flyers do not have that in Samuel Ersson. Now, do we have that in Ivan Fedotov? I don't know. Time will tell. But we'll see. I thought offensively, I thought the Flyers moved the puck really well. It's just defensively, there were far too many lapses, and against a team that had guys who won 3 cups in the National Hockey League, 3 Stanley Cups. That's what I'm referring to when I say 3 cups. It's the Stanley Cup. But if you have guys on the Pittsburgh Penguins that have won 3 Stanley Cups, you have to shut them down. And on Tuesday or Monday they did. On Thursday they didn't. Monday they won. Tuesday they lost. And Crosby and Malkin were key contributors to that, which is frustrating. But we got to focus on the Jets on Saturday, and maybe hopefully that comes out to be a better result for the Philadelphia Flyers. I just think this team sorely needed the veteran presence of Andrei Kuzmenko. He has done wonders for all of our young guys, especially Michkov, and that's huge for Matt Bay to have not only a veteran an NHL veteran that played with him in his same country, but a former teammate of his. It's gotta be huge for his confidence in his game and like where he is on the ice at all times, knowing that he can play with Andre at least like on the power play and stuff. So it was a great pickup by Danny Briere. Yeah, that was a fantastic veteran trade acquisition by Danny Briere, the Flyers GM, and maybe it is just a rental. We'll soon see, but there's still 20 plus games left in the Flyers season, so we have to see kind of where this goes, and yeah, we'll see. I just think the Flyers didn't really do a whole lot defensively. Once Pittsburgh got back in the game, the air kind of went out of the balloon a little bit, and unfortunately, that once that happens with a young team, you were screwed. You were up Schitt's Creek without a paddle. But yeah, we gave up just way too many grade A scoring chances, and against a veteran-laden squad like Pittsburgh, they're going to cash them in, and they certainly eventually did. They caught post a good amount of times, but if you keep giving them grade A scoring chances, they're going to cash them in one of these times, and we let the Penguins in this hockey game when we were up 3-0. That should have been game over. We should have put our foot on their necks and just told them you're done. It was it was a good run, but you're not winning this hockey game. And we unfortunately didn't do that. And when you don't do that to a veteran team, of course they're going to come back and think they can win, because you're keeping that door cracked open. And once you keep the door cracked open for teams like Edmonton, Washington, Pittsburgh, I know Pittsburgh's having a rough year, but for teams like that, teams with a track record of winning Stanley Cups in this league, something the Flyers have not done since the 70s, those teams will kick the door in, and they'll trash your house, and just they they will rob you blind, and that's unfortunately what the Penguins did. We just, once they made the game 3-1, it seemed like we just kind of, or really maybe after we made the game 4-2, we kind of let our foot off the gas a little bit, and maybe we started to when it was 3-0. Maybe we looked at the time on the clock with like 8 minutes left in the second, and we were like, all right, we're good. But we just got to remember that this is not just your run-in-the-mill franchise. This is one of the storied franchises in the NHL. A team that's won 5 or 6 cups. A team that's won many Eastern Conference championships. A team that has so many Hall of Famers, so many retired numbers, so many MVPs. So we gotta really learn from this and kind of see how we respond on Saturday. I still believe this is a playoff hockey team, but we have to get better goaltending. We've got to play better defense, and they have been recently. They have over these last 3 games. They've gotten back to blocking shots and giving their bodies for each other and for that sheet of ice, or putting their bodies on that sheet of ice, um, and really battling for one another. And once Matt Vey made the game 4-0, or 4-2, excuse me, we just kind of maybe let our feet off the gas, and then Pittsburgh said, okay, let's attack, and they did, and we lost, we got beat, but we'll take the 1 point and take our frustration out on the Jets on Saturday. Real quick programming note before I get out of here. Either probably either tonight or probably tomorrow, I'll have a Phillies season preview. So Phillies fans, look out for that. And then the next day, I'll probably have a video pertaining to a question that was brought up on the Patterson Ave sports show that was on the Hardcore Sports Network YouTube channel. Is Rob Thompson on the hot seat? And that question was brought to us on Saturday by the incredible Joe Marks. And I look forward to making that content, and I just want to thank you guys for watching all of my content, be it on the Patterson Ave Sports Show or on Sports Live in the 215 or wherever you watch my content. I really, really appreciate it. As always, thank you guys for listening to this, and let's go Flyers.